island, everything was fine. All the things we did on the morning blew my mind. Even the horseback riding and snorkeling round the reefs. Man, it feels like paradise as I walk the beach.
Harbour Island
is where I want to be.
Harbour Island,
lots of things to see.
Harbour Island,
I've got sand in my shoe.
Harbour Island,
lots of things to do. Record straight, y'all. It was the first time on the island, and it was so cool. When that lady walked the beach, all the men they drew. French cut, G-string, all of that in one. I am having so much fun, I hope it never done.
Harbour Island,
I'm having a real good time.
Harbour Island,
everything is fine.
Harbour Island,
lots of things to see.
Harbour Island,
fun for you and me. Oh yeah. It was out here on the beach where I met a tourist gal, standing in the surf, her feet down in the sand. I'm having a pretty good time, she said, out here on the shore. I got sand in my shoes and I ain't going on no more.
Harbour Island
is where I want to be.
Harbour Island,
lots of things to see.
Harbour Island,
I got sand in my shoes.
Harbour Island,
lots of things to do.
Nobody ain't getting none of this. That's good for ya, that's good for ya. Riders in the mix. We're going down, we're going down. Nobody ain't getting none of this. That's good for ya, that's good for ya. Riders in the mix.
When I was on the island, everything was fine. All the things we did on the morning blew my mind. Even the horseback riding and snorkeling round the reefs. Morning feels like paradise as I walk the beach.
Harbour Island
is where I want to be.
Harbour Island,
lots of things to see. On the beach, in the street. Come on this island, be in the sun every day. With these girls I gotta play all the time. Sunshine, girl, I got you on my mind.
Harbour Island,
oh yeah.
Harbour Island,
I got pink sand on my feet.
Harbour Island,
lots of dancing in the street, yeah.
Harbour Island,
hey yeah.
Harbour Island,
oh yeah.
Harbour Island,
hey.
Harbour Island, Harbour Island,
on the beach, in the sand.
Harbour Island,
oh yeah.
Harbour Island,
so much things to see.
Harbour Island,
thinks of you and me.
Harbour Island,
I got sand in my shoe.
Harbour Island,
lots of things to do.
Harbour Island,
on the beach, in the street.
Harbour Island.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
dream where the powerful and the powerless will sit at the same table, where the haves will see the have-nots, not as burdens, but as brothers, where class will not divide us, but conviction will unite us. I have a dream that the oligarchs will remember we must all eat, that the brown-faced neo-colonialists will remember who they are and whose they are. I have a dream that fraternities will build beyond internal architecture into a national bond, that the walls of design will give way to the bridges of brotherhood, not a fraternity of symbol, but a brotherhood of substance. I have a dream that we remain focused, that we stay in our conviction and remain fearless, that we double down, fortified, to return this Bahamaland to the foundation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is The Foundation with Howard Grant. Beautiful, great opportunities, guys, and I'm grateful to be with you. I am so happy to be here today. Really happy to kind of jam with you and talk about where we are, what we're doing, and how things are happening. And we're all pink today, but I say, let me put on my little pink flamingo. It's not a hen. Let's just be very clear, right? It's a pink flamingo that I'm wearing today in commemoration to be able to identify the fact that this is Pink Fridays. And so we're doing that today. Guys, I'm grateful to be with you. Always grateful to jam with you. It's a beautiful day, man. And I want to be able to kind of talk about this. There's a lot gone down last night. And my producer right here rowing me. I walk inside, he then rowing me. You obviously is a last minute person, Howard. We should have been out there last night. Calm you, sir. You need to calm down. Calm down before I tell you what Fred tell you. Play the thing. Play the thing with Fred. Right off the top, we gotta let you know what Fred say. Go ahead, play it. What you miss, man? You put me right here with me. I'm not gonna fight him, ladies and gentlemen. He right here. Yeah. Right off the top, we gotta let you know what Fred say, right? Guys, the real is out, man. I want you to be able to pick up your copy and see exactly what's what. Talk about it. We're talking about Beyond the Ribbon. That's going to be the headline for this month, Beyond the Ribbon. You know, this sort of a commemoration for and being able to identify. This is an excellent story by one of the Realigner reporters. Was being able to put this together and talk about cancer, talk about where we are in the country, talk about how you can be able to remediate or look at these particular issues and try to be able to deal with that. And so I want you to be able to pick this up. Now, it ain't going to be on shelves. I ain't put it there yet. They stock up in my house. So I got to distribute it and be able to put it in and send it off all over the place. And so you guys can be able to pick it up. If you want me to drop off a copy to you, I have a problem doing that. Hit me up. Oh, Lord, I'm supposed to drop a copy off to my lady. She tell me call her back. I forget. Are we online? Because I'm looking at this thing and I see it. So you could be able to see this. All right. We're here. We're jamming. Let me see this thing. Okay. We're here. Praise God. All right. Check it out. All right. So pick this up. Yeah, call me. Let me know 827-0111. Howard, I want this. Guys, I really came up with this concept, and I want you to be able to partner with me with it. Right? I might as well tell you, I can ask you. I watch people beg for the wrong things, but can put you in hell. I might as well beg you for the right thing. Amen? Praise God. I can't. Don't fight me. So, I watch people beg for the wrong things. Man, just a little taste. Like how Bishop say, just a little taste. Just a little taste. I'm not going to beg you for the wrong thing. I'm begging you for the right thing. I want you to partner with me with this. There are some packages, bundle packages that we put together. And if you spend X amount of dollars, we give you 50 papers. If you spend X amount of dollars, we give you 100 papers. If you spend X amount of dollars, we give you 500 papers, or whatever the case may be. We set it up in accordance to that. Once you can be able to do some advertisements with us. You do the advertisements with us. Let's say you're a big chain and we decide to be able to send your stuff throughout all your particular branches, and persons can just kind of pick it up. You have your advertisement in there, and persons can be able to see exactly what's happening around the country, around the community, and you can be able to see that. So that's the kind of concept that we have as it relates to being able to put the Realigner out there, right? Beyond the Ribbon. That's the headline story that we got in there, right? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. These some good stories. This is the story with Von Miller. It's a commemoration piece and sort of the identity. I know that the paper is coming out. No, I know. This is not a daily. This is a monthly paper that we're doing now. And so we need to be able to find ourselves in the right position to kind of make some things happen. So everything that you want to know about might not necessarily be in this, right? Remember we talked about this? The death of courtesy. The death of courtesy, right? We talked about that. And then paradise under threat. These some good articles. I might as well tell you, my Realigner reporters. That's just who they is. Don't ask me no questions. How about who? Hey. Realigner reporters until it say otherwise. That's what it is, right? We got Christopher Davis, Nana John Canoe, is in the paper with us today and being able to talk to us about a historical portion that we call in Bahamian Chronicles. So he's in the paper, and he has a beautiful piece in the paper being able to talk about Bahamian Chronicles. If you're out there, you're looking, you got these particular concepts and ideas, you want to be able to do something with us, come on, man, do that. Revolutionary Ankh. This is the impact of the Americas. And then we got Real Sports with Greg G. Real Sports with Greg G. Right? I'm excited, man. Y'all know that I'm excited. Ooh, I'm excited. And you got your classified sections here. Talking a little bit about Jazz Chisholm. Got some stuff in there. We wanted to kind of do something special for Alpha Sounds. Put that in there. And some advertisements and whatnot. You could be able to see Bahama Harvest Church was able to support us. We're grateful for that. Also, in the back of the paper, you can be able to see Fall into Savings, AC Supply. They got everything. All the information is there. You could be able to see that right there with us. I tell you all, man, inch by inch, day by day, step by step, we're going to grow. We are going to grow. We're determined. Faith and Medicine. The section's actually written by Pastor Mario Moxie. Faith and Medicine, all right? And then the Founder's Corner is right there, okay? So that's that, guys. I want you to be able to pick up the paper. It's the Realigner. Great paper, great read, great information, community paper. I am looking forward for it to being able to become a monthly paper and being able to do some stuff with you on a monthly basis. Right now, don't fight me. It is not easy even pushing the thing out once a month. Not with the projects that we got going on. We got some projects going on. We got some building going on. We got some opportunities going on. If you want to be able to invest, talk to me. 10% back on your money to be able to do some things. Well, how are you going to do it? Come listen. Come listen. Come talk to me about it. Come find out. Come identify the partners that you see there. We got some people that are very quiet that support us in high elk and high position in this country. And so we're grateful. We're really grateful for the opportunities that we're afforded. And once we get that kind of a support, and once we get your support, we're going to do tremendous things. Listen, things are changing, man. If you are kind of wrapped up in how things were, that's your business. I'm not going to fight you. Maybe this isn't for you. But things are changing, right? I thought to myself today, as I was driving here about my pendant. and how this is taboo in our society. Like, this is gay. Yeah, people that say that, well, how about you wearing this thing like a sissy? You know, I come up in an era and a time where fellas used to wear their pants backwards and their shirt backwards. And that was the style. And there was creativity and there was an individuality. And it was never indifferent. When we saw it, we didn't say, why are these idiots wearing their pants backward? We was like, these idiots wearing their pants backward? We got to do this. And we jumped in. Right? I'm from an era where baggy pants was a thing, like baggy clothes. Skinny guys were wearing clothes 4 sizes. They're too big for them, just to sag, just to be able to be baggy. We thought it to be comfortable. It was an expression of the time that we were living in. Listen, baby, I born in the 80s and grow in the 90s. I only know colors. I only know vibrance. I only know flavor. That's all I know. I only know style. We come from a time where we stopped, because, my daddy, them, that transitional time between the 70s, the 80s, before we got to the 90s, they put their hat down and all like we started wearing our hat to the top of our head like a top hat. Or we started doing different stuff because we had flavor and personality. And if you're so wrapped up in yesteryear, there's sort of an idea about how yesteryear was and how these particular tenets existed in this particular time. Hey, I'm not going to fight you. That's your era. That's the era that you could identify as your golden days, as your golden time. Praise God for you. I'm not going to fight you. But I would tell you that ain't for me. Yeah. As old as I will get, praise God, I'm going to be able to present the flavor of what exists in me. And I know my brothers and sisters from that age category know what I'm talking about. All those in their 40s transitioning into their 50s, or some of us 44, 45. Yeah. You know what we're talking about. There is a shift that's coming in the country. And if you want to stay with the traditional, if you want to stay with yesteryear and how things were done, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I truly respect that. These are the people who set the stage and set the foundation for how things should be done in this country. But there is a progressive, no pun intended, there is a progressive mindset that is creeping and finding its way into a solidified, established position in this country. Solidified, established position in this country. And as a result of that, everything is changing around us. Everything is changing. The things that you thought you knew, we ain't doing it like that no more. And it's not a bad thing, because in due time and in due season, it will change again. You see these young children when growing up, weird as hell. But I know that's how my parents used to look at me. I look at my daughter, I trying to figure out, she said, Daddy, I need some new socks. New socks? Yeah, I don't want the low socks. I want like the tube socks. I want the new socks. What the hell are you talking about? All right, let's go buy you new socks. I buy her the socks. She put the socks on, and then she put Crocs on. Why would you put your socks on with the Crocs? Daddy, this is how you wear it. And then I don't even question it. I have to let it go. Because my daddy didn't understand my FUBU clothes and he says, what the hell are you? Why is your pants so big? Why is it? Hey, calm down, sir. You're old. So I don't get into it. So the next generation is going to be able to shift some things. And it's superficial when I talk about clothing, but this is something that's realistic and something that you can be able to see and say, yeah, I see what he's saying. Things are shifting in this country, man. Things are shifting in this country. And whether you like it or not, some things are going to be able to change. Don't allow it to run over you in your stubborn posture. If you're an investor, invest in tomorrow. If you are an investor, invest in the future. If you're someone who wants to be able to move forward and make some things happen, you can be able to do that. It ain't got to be me. I'd like it to be. Praise God. Let's make some things happen, guys. It was a rambunctious night last night. 14 persons ratified for the PLP. Or like the FNM would say, PLP. 14 persons ratified last night, guys. And can I say it was a good showing? There's one or two persons that we're looking at that you could say, well, this fella, man, there's some people that you can look at and be able to say that. But the truth of the matter is that 4, 8, 12, and 2 is 14. 14 persons. When I was getting dressed, they tell me 15 persons. I know what happened to the next person, whoever that person is. 14 persons ratified last night, guys. You can be able to pick up your newspapers to find out exactly what's what. PLP ratifies 14 persons. David says the by-election's coming in Golden Isles. He said, I'm going to be able to announce it tonight. He ain't announced no time, though. He ain't say which day, time, so forth and so on. He said, we'll announce it tonight. A by-election is coming. Golden Isles. Darren Pickstock was excited. Ooh, he was excited last night. Enthusiastic. It felt like he got a little bit of jitters. He was just trying to run through it as quick as possible. This is an exciting time. The idea of you being identified, ratified for a particular position, washing over you as you stand before people. Yeah, I know that feel. I remember the first time that I was on the stage for the DNA. For the DNA. Shut up. I was identified from a national perspective and given an opportunity that the Baka 8 Mara could not have given me. I was grateful. And it was an overwhelming feeling to be identified amongst the millions, or let's just say the thousands and thousands of people who dream about an opportunity to be able to serve their country. And so I didn't get to serve my country, but the recognition was a lot. It was overwhelming. So as he stood there last night and I listened to him, and I could be able to hear him talking about what Golden House means.
I want to say
congratulations
to the fellow who says he's running against
congratulations,
me.
my boy, Darren Pickstock. Darren Pickstock, in his particular capacity, being able to do you well. I don't know whether or not Fred Mitchell have anything to say about that.
Secondly, I want to say to the fellow who says he's running against me, cut ass is coming.
Oh, that's what he had to say. that's what he had to say. Listen to me. I know that too well. I just need you to clip that little piece right there for me. That little piece would say, cut ass is coming. I can need that because my daddy said that many times. I call him. If he have to call me from work, he say, look here. Getting off at 5 o'clock. I'll meet you home. You know, cut ass is coming. We know this. This ain't language we're unfamiliar with. We know this. And that time you're sweating. My God, I had some cousins who used to cut out the cardboard and put it in their pants and this and that, the next thing. My mommy jumped slick one day. She said, go and take a bath, baby. Go and take a bath. We're going to go out. Go and take a bath. I said, yeah. She must have forget it. She must have forget what happened. Okay. Let me go bed. Go on bed. As soon as I get naked. I said, this is abuse. This is abuse. I got to call the police for you. I did one time. I called the police. The police say, what happened? My mommy beat me. Oh, they should have cut your ass. What kind of police are you, sir? You're supposed to be helping me. Get off this damn phone playing. This is the 80s in the Bahamas. This is the 80s in the Bahamas. I'm just telling you what it was. All right. Cut ass is coming. All right, man. Listen, this is a wonderful thing. Being able to talk about those things. Joe Beth for Elizabeth. Joe Beth for Elizabeth. I'm going to play a little something for you. I get one little song for Joe Beth. She's my kind of girl. Let me see if I can do this. She sent me one song some time ago, you know. And I played it. I like Joe Beth. I really do. I think she represents the next dispensation. I know a lot of persons are indifferent with her and how she presents and what she does and this and that and all these things like that. I don't know. I don't have those issues that you have. I like Joe Beth. Right? And I think she could do well for this country. I don't know whether or not I'm looking for perfection. I don't know whether or not I'm looking for this sort of an idea where you could be perfect in my sight. I'm not that kind of guy. I need you to work out with your imperfections. I need you to be able to recognize that you're imperfect, and I need you to be able to work on some things to be able to make some things happen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Beth out here. Let me see if I can be able to get this. Oh, Lord. Hold on now. This thing ain't on. I'm not connected. This thing ain't on. Let's try it again. Yeah, but Joe, but I think you're going to do well. I don't know who the Free National Movement has sent to you and will send to you over the course of this next general election to be able to identify some things. But I can say to you, I believe that you're going to do well. I can't claim victory upon you. I can't do that. I wouldn't dare do such a thing. Oh, she's going to win. No, I can't do something like that. But I will say that I think that the odds are, stacked in your favor at this particular time. The odds are really stacked in your favor. I'm telling you the truth. I always enjoy listening to you, watching you, and you're a little catty sometimes. You're a little spicy sometimes. But I like that. I like that. I like that you haven't left your passion behind. I like that you haven't given up this sort of the passion and the call that you've had and that people have actually elected you to or elected you with, that you haven't forgotten that for the purposes of formality. I think a lot of persons done that. And that's why we have an indifference in the public sector, right? When you come out and you are different from the formal person that you present, a lot of persons say, well, listen, you, oh my God, look how you're doing this, and oh my God, look how you're doing that, and she can't be. Yeah. So congratulations to you for your ratification and being able to see those particular things, right? I'm still waiting on this thing to come. Why is this taking so long? This is bananas. Who else they got in the newspaper today being able to talk about that? There's 14 people, man. I won't play this thing for Joe Beth. I can't lie to you. I want you to hear Joe Beth song. You maybe never hear it before. Joe Beth, be loved. Joe Beth, be loved. No, I played another thing. I sent it to the next phone. But for some reason, it's taking forever. Joe Beth, be loved. Joe Beth, be loved. This is taking forever. I don't know why it's doing that. It's here. I might as well just play it from Joe Beth's phone. She sent it to me. I asked her for it, I said, Joe Beth, send me your telephone, your song. She said, okay, Howard, here, bam. She sent it to me. Where is it? Joe Bet! Joe Bet, I ain't gonna lie. If I was an Elizabeth, Joe Bet, I would have been voting for you. Joe Bet, if I was an Elizabeth, I would have been voting for you. Joe Bet. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the PLP season. We are in an election time. It's an exciting time. If the PLP can do anything right, they can give you an exciting campaign. It's an exciting time.
This bet we love. Joe Bet we love. This bet we love.
It's an exciting times, guys. Congratulations to Joe Beth. This is an election season that we're in. This is going to be exciting. I'm listening for the songs. I'm listening for all those things. I like the song that I like the song that the FNM did also. It was a very good song. I enjoyed it. You understand? I gotta get that to play for you also. Shout out to Joe Beth. Leslie Miller Bryce ratified for Seabreeze in that particular capacity. Pull up Leslie Miller Bryce. Beautiful picture. Always being able to do good in that particular area. A lot of persons have been able to speak well of her in those particular areas and say that she is going to do well in those areas. I cannot recall if the Free National Movement has ratified. I think they did. I think they ratified someone to be able to go up against her in Seabreeze. I think they did. I'm not sure. We can be able to look across the 20-some persons that the Free National Movement has ratified. And so we're going to be able to identify that. But congratulations to Leslie and Miller Bryce. In Seabreeze, your candidate for the PLP. Congratulations to you. Pia Glover Rowe, in her particular capacity as a member of parliament for the constituency of Golden Gates. Golden Gates, I see that for the Free National Movement. I think that Michael Folks was trying to be able to get back in that particular capacity. Well, if he does, all the best to him and all the best to all the candidates that are going. But a lot of persons have spoken well about Pia. And I don't know whether or not there's sort of a contrast that exists between the indifference that persons seem to have or this indifference that they perceive to have as it relates to what's happening in her ministerial capacity in comparison to her application and her commitment in her community capacity in a member of parliament, in an MP capacity or parliamentary capacity. So congratulations to Pia Glover Rowe in her particular capacity as a ratified candidate for the Progressive Liberal Party in the constituency of Golden Gates. Golden Gates. Fred Mitchell.
Secondly,
Mitchell.
I want to say to the fellow who says he's running against me, cut out.
You got to play the audio. Everybody got to hear the audio. Let him know. I got to bring on Dr. Fox to be able to talk to him also and talk about these things. But Fred
Secondly,
Mitchell.
I want to say to the fellow who says he's running against me, cut ass is coming.
That is the clip of the year. The clip of the year. You understand? With formality, with Urkel, with everything like that. That is the clip of the year. And Fred getting to a particular position in his life where at one time his desire to be able to put his articulation and his intellect at the forefront has been a big thing for him. And you hear it. You could hear it in his audios and everything like that. One time in his life, he had always, I don't know whether or not he knows he's doing this, but for us who was observing, we know that he's doing this. It might just be a reflex for him. It just may be natural for him. But he is, and he's going to Harvard. He's a smart guy, very smart guy, right? And so he's always been able to let you know his worth and value, even in conversation over the course of time. right? And he's never been able to curb that, just through observation. He's never been able to curb that just to be able to sort of bow. You had to come up with Fred. And so in his latter years, as he's watching persons drift, I'm sure, when Obi Wilshkin passed away, I think it hit him hard. He said, I don't know what's going on, Howard. He literally called me and says, I don't know what's going on, Howard. We were on the radio. He said, and he is younger than I am. And he gave me this sort of a great, piece to talk about Obi and his years at ZNES. And, I asked him whether or not he was considering his mortality, his life, and his position as a result of this. And so we had a great conversation. And what came out of that a little while after, he said that this is his penultimate campaign. And penultimate means second to last. All right. So this campaign now is the ultimate campaign. Right. So he's done. I think that he's done with this. And in the event that he finds himself victorious, he'll ride this particular thing out with the grace of God, if God has that for him. And I think that he'll be done with politics. So we just have to wait for that formality. But this is what he's released in the public sector already. The people of Fox Hill have committed to him strongly over the years, only being able to lose out to Chanel for a time and a half because of that mighty, forceful, ferocious wave that was able to kind of sweep the PLP out and place them in the position of really being able to make modifications within their organization. So congratulations to Fred Mitchell, who is the member of parliament, ratified member of parliament for the constituency of Fox Hill and chairman of the Progressive Liberal Party. Congratulations to you. Keith Bell. Right out of the gate, Keith Bell, congratulations to you down there in the constituency of Chemical Wood. I couldn't, first time I heard that joke, the guy said Chemical Wood. He literally wrote it down, chemical, and then he wrote wood, right? He said, I'm going to Chemical Wood. He said, say it together, Chemical Wood. And then I said, oh, Carmichael World, right? It's funny, but Keith Bell, I think you're going to do well. And I know that Arinthia Komalafe, in the event that she will be ratified, in the event that she is ratified, I don't think they've ratified hers yet, in the Free National Movement. In the event that she ratified in that particular constituency, I don't think it's time for you to be slacking off and just believing that you can be able to hit this like that. No, got to touch some people, got to be able to identify some stuff. I think you all are seasoned enough to know that you should be able to approach this in a particular manner. You're seasoned enough to know that you can't just approach this with songs and dance and parties. And yeah, that's for a particular demographic. And most of those persons, for the majority of time, ain't even registered. They ain't even registered. The fellas who coming around for the party, for the drinks, for the activity, for the young guys that are in tight clothes and all cut up in the shirts and this and that, for the most time, they ain't even registered. And many times, if they are registered for the purposes of being able to get access to your event, whatever this is, in your constituency, they don't have no enthusiasm to being able to be a part of social discourse and really voting. You got to carry them to the poll. People don't have no care and concern about things that really matter anymore to the community. They only care what would matter to them. And we can't sustain a community like that with selfishness. We got to figure out a way that we can all contribute to the greater good of what we're doing and these particular things. Mario Boleg. Congratulations to Mario Boleg and Garden Hills. Mario Boleg and Garden Hills being able to be ratified for the Progressive Liberal Party in that particular capacity, really on the heels and in the midst of what he's doing in terms of being able to work hard in the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, especially with this sort of a spat between the JCNP and the ministry, being able to do an audit, to do all these particular things, to find out depth and detail about the inconsistencies that exist in this particular space. So he's really working to make sure that some things are done and done properly. And, we are eager to see what comes out of that. Congratulations, my brother. Continue to do well. And I'm sure that it's not going to be an easy thing. It's not going to be easy for none of y'all. Y'all got to work. You got to work. You got to work. And make sure that you could be able to bring it home for your political organization. Mikhail Barnaby. Mikhail Barnaby's ratified for Mount Moriah against the ratification of Marvin Dames, who was the former member of parliament for that constituency and former minister of national security. Mikhail Barnaby, in his particular capacity, has presented himself as an astute, astounding executive chairman in this capacity as at the parks and beaches and parks, Bahamas Beaches and Parks, and really been doing an astounding job in that area. I know that a lot of persons would be able to talk about potentially some finances or some funds going missing, and him being able to sit with us the other day to talk about the fact that he has done an audit going all the way back, searching back almost I think he said 10 years. 10 years, that means that over the course of the last 2 administrations, he would have been in there doing the audits to be able to make sure that the finances are balanced and in a position that it makes sense, that you could be able to find a good structure and you could be able to find that kind of inconsistencies as to whatever the issues are. So he's working, and he's not fearful of being able to do that despite the allegations, despite the speculations. He is working and working hard. He has a great team behind him in that area, and he has a great team behind him in Mount Moriah. I do not believe that this is going to be an easy win. I believe that he's done well. I believe that he's done a tremendous amount with the development of the pool and building. I think he's building a center on the side of the pool. I don't know what it is. I hadn't. I saw him being able to walk us through it on Facebook, but I hadn't watched the whole thing. But it's there, and he's doing one of you pass East West Highway when you're going from Tonic Darling to East West Highway, over on the northern side or the left hand side, depending on where you're going. Over on the northern side, you'll be able to see that right there in, I think there's Pinewood Gardens, in that kind of an area, right? Is that Yellow Willow? Is that Pinewood or Yellow Willow? Oh, you wasted me. All right. So congratulations to Mikhail Barnaby for Mount Moriah constituency. Jomo Campbell. Jomo, you got one song too, but you never sent me your song, man. Jomo Campbell. Congratulations to Jomo Campbell. He's building a tremendous facility, 3-story facility, right there near Ross Corner. When you come off Ross Corner and you're headed east, just before you get to Super Wash, on the right-hand side there, or on the southern side, there is a structure that's coming out of the ground, and really being able to put the finishing touches on to develop and do some wonderful stuff like that. Congratulations to you, my brother. Congratulations to you. You have supported us well here at the foundation. You've always been one. I gave some books and everything the other day, and the books were they were at cost. I tell you, I didn't want to try to hustle the books. I just didn't want to. I didn't have that kind of an energy to try to sell the books to anyone. So I packed it up and distributed it in stacks of 20. And I gave every member of parliament 20 books. I had that much, yes. And accompanied that book with a letter. And I told them what it was. I told them this is one of the first initiatives. I told them the book has a value of $10, but we want to give it to them so they can distribute it to their particular constituencies. But anything that you want to be able to give back, we'd be more than happy to accept this particular thing. Jomo was the only person that actually gave back. And this ain't no slight to no one, because I tell you, you didn't have to pay. You didn't have to pay. I say, but if you wanted to give a gift, I'm grateful for that. And Joe Mo is, and he's always been a person that has put his money where his mouth is, right? For me, and for what I hear about him. So I'm grateful to him, and grateful for the support that he has over the years. Yeah, and I wish him all the best in the constituency of Centerville, for the Progressive Liberal Party. Jomo Campbell. Jomo said, Howard, my mommy is listening to you every day. Jomo, I hope your mother listening to me now, because I know because some people, Howard, I don't know where to find you. All right, I can put these billboards around the city so you can be able to see it and get some things done like that. All right. Congratulations, my brother, Joe Mo Campbell. And also, we got Miles LaRota out of Pinewood, Member of Parliament, and he's the minister right now in the capacity of social services in the office of the Prime Minister, and Member of Parliament for the constituency of Pinewood Gardens. This ain't gonna be no easy win. I think you know that, Miles. I think you know that. And I don't say this as a discouraging factor, but I heard you talking about a facility that's actually coming up in the constituency of Pinewood, and I think that is a wonderful thing. But I know that a great deal of persons, when you go from door to door, when you go from space to space, when you go from place to place within your constituency, they want to know about remediation. They want to know about support. They want to know about how you're going to be able to rectify this flooding issue that exists in this particular space. Over the past 15 years, 20 years, maybe 4 or 5 election cycles, the same person has not been able to successfully retain the seat in Pinewood. That constituency has turned over members of parliament almost every election cycle. It doesn't necessarily have to happen with you. It doesn't necessarily have to happen. But it will require some work. It will. And I don't believe a wave on. It's just me. I don't feel that kind of a burning sentiment that exists within me to say, boy, this government gone. I don't. I know some fellas gone. Hello, somebody. Hi. Anybody home with a door crack? I know some fellas are gone. As we get closer to the time, I'll be able to drop a dime. I know some fellas are gone. But the truth is, there are some constituencies who don't have that kind of sentiment. They don't have the patience. Marco City was one of those constituencies. They didn't have the patience. They ain't got the time. Shivago Lang knew that. Marco City was one of those constituencies. But Michael Pintard has turned it into his very own. And he was able to retain it. It's just work that you're going to have to do. You just got to work the constituency. You got to work the constituency. And so I saw a lot of videos over the course of time, Your constituency headquarters is always open. Every time I pass, I see people outside. They're always going inside. I assume that you're in there because, they're walking in with a yellow envelope. They're looking for something. I don't know, whatever they're doing. So I hope that equates to a victory for you. If the people would have you. If the people would have you. If not, you're gone. If not, you're gone. Same way. All right. Also, I got to be able to congratulate my guy, man. Jamal Strawn. Strackett. Jamal Strawn. This is why you ain't come with us yesterday. You think you slicker. You was something else. Listen, this is why he ain't come with us yesterday. Yeah. I looked at it, and he was supposed to be able to come with us yesterday.
You wanted to go there late
No, I talk about yesterday. He's supposed to come sit with us yesterday. He had already booked with us. No, not you, him. Jamal Strawn had booked with us and set it up that he was supposed to be able to come on with us yesterday. And he called me first thing in the morning yesterday and says to me, Howard, let's push it back, right? He had his people call me. He says, Howard, let's push it back. And so, I didn't push back. I said, okay, no problem. And you want to do it? He said, November. And come to find out, this was preparation. Because I spoke with Jamal on Sunday, and he was out of the country. And he said, that's no problem. He gave me all this person's name. And come to find out, he's being ratified. Congratulations, my brother. Look good on you. You've been doing a wonderful work. Your community center, being able to come out as a newbie, quote unquote, newbie politician. You've really been able to set the bar and set the tone of expectation. And a great deal of persons, whether they want to admit it or not, let's just be decent. Whether your colleagues want to admit it or not, even if it was in the workings before yours, your public-private partnership and sort of relationship in developing the headquarters in Nassau Village and seeing that come out of the ground, the cutting of the ribbon, the naming of the place, the facilities that are open, as a brand new politician. You ain't been in this thing 10 years, brother. You ain't been in this 10 years. And you found ways to be able to create something and make something happen. Mind blown. Mind blown. Listen, seasoned men, seasoned politicians, seasoned. I ain't talking about lorries. What Kanye say? Lorries. I talking about adobo. Seasoned. I talking about deep down into the situation, into the marrow. They have been doing this for years. They have not produced anything. Even some of them who've left, I care not to call names. I'm going to be decent. Some of these men and women that have left, gone on, but they served in various capacities, and people keep returning them year after year, election cycle after election cycle, over the past 20 years, 25 years, 30 years. These people would have served and they've left nothing. There is no print to say that you ever existed in that constituency. Big grown men. They just talk slow and look down at you from on their glasses. They got their glasses on the edge of their eye. I'm looking down. Yes. As I was telling you, as I was saying to you, you need to understand with clarity, very clearly, about the direction that we're going in this. Yeah. These dudes, they served for years and they left nothing behind to say, I was here. And opportunities, investment, concepts, ideas flow through them this entire time. And they had nothing to show for it. Nothing. And some of them stretch out in the House of Parliament, downstairs in the foyer area. As persons are coming to sign off for them, the next generation got to figure out who these people is. Y'all in this country, we do our leaders so bad in this country. Oh man. We don't want to pay them. We call them a bunch of thieves. We call them liars. All of them is a bunch of sissy. This one like, man, you didn't know this one was a lesbian. This is the kind of conversations that we're having about the men and women that serve our country at the highest office. When they go, good. Hurry up, carry your ass. This is too much, man. These people have served in this country in a tremendous way. they've served in this country. And the only thing that we could say is they need to hurry up go. And when they die, we look for ways to be able to scrounge up to say, oh, yeah. Let's say this. But no respect whilst they're living. But the members of parliament don't demand any respect. They don't. They sit in their particular capacities and they take whatever you shovel at them, and they're grateful for that. The rights don't belong to them, it belongs to you. You got to be able to do something about that. But all that being said, Jamal Strawn, congratulations, my brother. You are a gem. You are the pinnacle of a representation of the next generation. You have the heart of a lion. And no matter, and listen to me, Nicole's my good friend. She can cuss me for this. Nicole's my good friend in the event that they ratify her in that particular area. But what you would have done in this area, the way that you were able to finesse and find yourself in a strategic position, even outside of the quote-unquote authority, as a PALSEC, still being able to make such an impact on the ground in your constituency, mind blown. There are politicians that we would have seen over the course of time across the political divide, FNM and PLP. When they get in, they're looking to take care of them. Amen. I can't get an amen. First thing they want to do, take care of them. Let's just be very clear about this. I don't know your personal business, but what I've seen you done over the course of this time, I know that you and I have become, we lost touch. I guess it's because of your occupation, you're so busy, and I myself, just, everybody on their own course. But I want to wish you the best, man. I really do. All the absolute best for you. And I just want you to be able to keep trudging, keep pushing forward. Leave it all on the field. Leave your heart out there. And the support that's coming to you, you'll be amazed. Keep doing well, my brother. Jamal Strawn in this particular capacity, being able to do that. Barkus Roll. Congratulations, Barkus, in South Beach, in your particular capacity. It's a wonderful thing that you got it ratified. There's a lot of conversations and murmurings that indicated that you weren't going to get ratified for one reason or another. I guess we could have that conversation whenever you come and sit with me. I'd love you to do that. But congratulations in South Beach. South Beach has been one of those constituencies also that kind of flip-flops depending on the quote-unquote wave that exists, or the crescendo, the building of that wave, and being able to see the foam of it. You see South Beach as one of the constituencies that actually shift. And so we're looking at this, and we're looking with bated breath at this particular race. We have a ratified candidate from the Free National Movement in that constituency that traveled all the way from North Abaco. All the way from North Abaco as a former member of parliament and a former minister of the government. And found himself nestled in the city of Nassau, ratified for the constituency of South Beach, and indicated with the support of the legacy of the organization in this particular capacity. He got a lot of support. I see Hubert Ingram down there at his headquarters on the corner there. And he got a lot of support. And so I'm hoping, Barkus, that you could be able to match that with tenacity with a listing, sort of the evidence of what you would have done over the past 5 years, and sort of a vision that you can cast to the people. And even if you have to be able to kind of make amends with them, cast a vision to the people to indicate that this is the direction that we will be going. So all the best to you, my brother. Continue to be able to do well. Leon Lundy, all the way from Mangrove Key, Central and South Andrews. Leon Lundy. We normally just go to South Andrews, but this is Mangrove Key, Central and South Andrews. Leon Lundy. This makes, it wasn't a surprise to me that he was ratified in the first round out. South Andrews, more specifically, Mangrove Key, Central and South Andrews, has shown their allegiance to the PLP over the years. I think one time, we would have been able to see this change in the constituency. This is one time? Hold on. When the Free National Movement came in 1992, I got to go look back at that to see whether or not the PLP actually was able to retain a position in South Andrews. I think they did. I gotta look at that. 92 and 2007. I gotta look at that to see whether or not it shifted for the Progressive Liberal Party. But mostly, it has been this sort of commitment that exists, and this synergy, this bond between the PLP and Central and South Andrews. Congratulations, Leon Lundy. Continue to do well, my brother. And I'm hoping that you let my good friend walk with you. I don't know if he does. But he's my good friend. And he's the down-home boy that's Picewell. Yeah. Give him an opportunity to be able to reconnect with those persons. And I'm hoping that you're doing some stuff down there. Man, I really wish I get an opportunity to be able to visit these constituencies, you know. I need a sponsor. How much it can cost me to go to all these constituencies and ask how they doing? That's about $45,000 right there. It's about $1,000 a constituency. Roughly, maybe a little bit more. Yeah. Plane ticket. My producer got to go with me. Got to bring all these cameras. We got to fly all around. Somebody sponsor me. Sponsor me half. I'll figure out the next half. We can figure it out. And so we can get around these countries, man. Right around these islands, man. We got 1 year to go before these things kick up a couple notches, and to be able to see these things. I'd like to know for myself. I'd like to do documentation. I'd like to be able to identify those things. I'd like to interview a few people on the ground, FNM, PLP, and indifferent, to find out a true, sort of a cross-section of what's happening in these particular areas. And so I'd like to be able to do that and to find out more information about them, right? And, well, we get two more people. Sebastian and Darren Pickstock. When we get back, I'm going to talk a little bit about them right after this.
Nassau, Bahamas, Alpha Sounds Promotions is celebrating 25 years of greatness.
Yes, 25 years of love and unity in the Bahamas.
And coming to celebrate with us is none other than Castor Band.
Yes, the band, we come up the hand.
Yes, Castor Band.
Hello. Alongside Beijing sensation, Ruby.
Jump around this place. I want to bend my waist.
Our very own Nishi LS.
Sunshine.
Wendy.
Lady E.
Sweet Emily.
Veronica Bishop.
Ancient Man.
Julian Believe and the Pawn Band.
And many more. Hosted by Natural Empress And yours truly, Giselle the Wassy One.
Saturday, November 8th at Breezes Grounds, Cable Beach. Gates open at 7 p.m.
Early bird tickets are just $75. VIP access for $150 with an open bar.
Get your tickets now online at BahamasAtickets.com, or you can get them at Big Boys Cafe, Plantation Bar and Grill, and Tropics on the Bay. Alpha Sounds, 25 years of greatness.
For more information, call 822-6863.
Saturday, November 8th. Miss it? You matter what.
When I'm feeling under the weather.
Spike, listen. Spike, you know hear that? Spike, Spike man. Spike, coming from the island. Spike, with that warrior stock. Spike, in the yard. Spike, say what? Spike, from the hole. Spike, what in him? Spike, 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 come on, Spike, come on, Spike.
Well, I came down on a lightning bolt. 9 months in my mama's belly. When I was born, midwife scream and shout. I had fire and brimstone coming out of my mouth. I'm exhumed, 'cause I'm the old yeah man. Well, hey na 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 na, hey 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 hey. Exuma was a planet when I lived in the stars. Exuma was a planet locked up with Mars. I heard the voice of man in my throat, a teeth of a frog and a tail of a goat. I'm Exuma, 'cause I'm the old yeah man. Well, hey na 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 na, hey na 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 na, hey na 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 na, hey 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 When I get mad, I get out of my head. Well, you know that I can raise the dead. If you got a woman and she don't love you, you come see me, walk a mile of me. Hey, take a mile of me. You wanna make some tea, and she will love you endlessly. You just keep running like a train on a track. Hey, you wanna get some flour? Hey, mix up some pop, and that gon' keep you straight in your back. Now make Exuma, 'cause I'm the old yeah. Hey, oh yeah. Spike, 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 hey na 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 na, hey na 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 na, hey na 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 na, hey na 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 na.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Foundation with Howard Grant on this beautiful, beautiful Friday afternoon. Pink Friday. See, got a little pink here, the little pink flamingo. It's not a hen, a pink flamingo out here on pendant. I had to figure out something to put on pink as we could be able to talk about these things. Guys, I'm grateful to be here with you, and I hope that you are kind of gearing up for a good weekend. I feel good. And I'm hoping that you too. I don't know where you are, but I pray for you, and I pray that you feel good, and we could be able to get our things together, get our minds together, and move forward. I need your support for the paper. I need your support for the paper. November and October. November, December. Those 2 months, I got bundle packages. You put your papers in there and get yourself prepared for the Christmas season. I want you guys to be able to come ride with us, man. Let's make some things happen. We're making history, and we're doing our things and doing it in grand style. So we'd like you to be able to be a part of that. Now, the last two persons I wanted to take my time to talk about. I know that there has been a tremendous amount of controversy associated with this. A tremendous amount of controversy as to whether or not he will do it or he won't do it, or whether or not he's considering, or whether this and whether that, and all these things like that. It's an amazing thing that no matter how much money you have, once you open your mouth in this society, the birds of the air, even if you open it in your bedroom chamber, I can't get no amen, Jesus, I preach it now. If you open your mouth in your bedroom chamber, the birds of the air would take that and say, and so this is a lot what was going on. But through it all, he prevailed. And he found himself ratified in the first pack out. Congratulations to ratified candidate for the constituency of Fort Charlotte, Sebastien Bastian. Mogul, multimillionaire, philanthropist, entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur. HNIC. In his own right, a great deal, forging ways on the edge and the cusp of controversy in this country, always on the lips of those that seek to be able to retain a righteous posture and position about what should not happen, making waves about being able to align this country with what's happening from a global standpoint and really putting democracy in the hands of people. Let them make their own choice and decision. Sebastien Bastian. This wasn't an easy thing for the PLP to do. I could tell you that. On the surface, you look at it, yeah, boy, they can get paid for the money, boys, the numbers, boys, they can get them. No. The affiliation with these particular people, especially after one of the largest groups in this country, which is the Christian group, the affiliation and proximity still leaves a stain with a great deal, not all the pastors now, a great deal of the pastors, especially those ones who have a level of integrity and a steadfast position. If God don't like it, I don't like it. This has not been an easy thing for the PLP to do. And if it was an easy thing, they are doing a disservice to the country. If this was just a quick kind of, no. This was deliberate. There was deliberation. There was concepts. There was ideas. For Sebastien to be able to come out and say that he'd step down, that means that consideration was not given to him. Whether or not he came up with that or whether or not he actually presented that particular concept to say that, hey, listen, I'm willing to step down if it alleviates the burden of you considering me. I'm willing to step down so you could recognize my commitment to community, my commitment to service. And then he starts to talk about how much organizations that he's had and developed and what he's done over the course of time. And in the midst of that, he decided that he's going to be able to go. Now, this is going to be a conversation. Oh, God, this is going to be a conversation for people. Because people are still trying to figure out why Sabats, and I like to call it, Sabats, I'm trying to mess up your name. But you let Rodney call you Sabats, and the thing had me laughing from then to now. Right? Why did Sabats, why does he need to run for government? What is his intent? Is he trying to be the prime minister? Is he trying to get in there? How much money he need? Oh, Jesus. These people greedy, eh? Oh, God. This is what you're going to hear. And he's heard it enough. He's heard it enough. But through it all, he's grin and he's bear. I told you, Sebastien lives on the extremity of our society. That's where the pendulum swings for him. The pendulum never stops in the middle. It swings to the extreme. Either you hate him or you love him. He's moved past that space where you like him. Yeah, he's cool. He's not one of those guys. His impact provokes you to a position, even if you're not a participant. His impact socially, it provokes you to a position. How do you feel about this? Boom, 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 boom. His persistence over the years has evoked both he and others within the industry, has provoked a referendum in this country. And even after the referendum, controversy spilled out about the relationship that they share, that this government, this PLP administration, no, well, not necessarily this PLP administration, this PLP party, because they got a different structure and makeup. The relationship that this PLP party enjoys with who we call the number boys. Controversy. And Sabah still commit himself to it. I like it. I like it. I don't know if you expected me to come out here and why Sabah still? What? Listen to me. Every one of us, if I sit here and I tell you some of the dark things that I would have done in my years through experimenting, right? If I sit here and I tell you about the sins that I traveled through to find out and to be grateful that God is still with me. If I sit here and I tell you about the indifference and the struggles that I had with making decisions of morality when I knew it was wrong, but I wanted to check it out. Before I tell you about the redemptive nature of God, before I tell you about the redemption, an idea of being able to revive, renew, and restore me to where God has had me to be, I would be a hypocrite. I would be a flippin' hypocrite if I sit here and I condemn Sabas. I ain't got nothing from him. I ain't him. Sabas, I need $150,000 right now. I mean, did that just come out? Praise God. I'm just saying. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I would be a hypocrite if I was to condemn Sabas. And you would be one too. You would. We all knew that sex was wrong. And we had to experience that thing before we get married. Just a little taste. Yeah. We knew that drugs was wrong. We had to experience that. You knew that teething was wrong. Some of y'all experienced that. You know that lying is wrong. And you're still lying right now. I don't know why this condemnation. I don't know why. If you could keep your sin in the closet, it ain't no issue. That's like homosexuality. You were content with the fact that you know homosexuals exist. Once you can't see them, that's fine. You were content with this sort of an idea that bad exists in the world, but once it doesn't visit me, it's okay. But I my business. That ain't on over there. What I got to do with me? You know, the woman that used to shake their head. Some of them still, it's too much. I will be a hypocrite and a liar, and unfit, unworthy to go before my God and Master. Man judge the outside, but God judge the heart. I don't know this man. I don't know his heart. I don't know his intent. I don't know nothing about him other than he had a number house and he's do all the big bang. I've always had, there's one pet peeve that I have with him. I hate how you'd make fat people run up and down on them things for money. I'm shame. And then I look at it and I say, I could beat all of them running. I should go. All right. This is my phone. Let me see if I can be able to answer the cell phone. You're live on the air with us right now. Go ahead. Good afternoon. You're live on the air with us. Hello? Hello? This is a pocket dialer. Jesus, miss, you got my phone, my number right, pop whatever. How the hell you pocket dial me? I would be wrong and a liar and fit for hell if I say that Sabas, who liveth, God reigns on the just and the unjust. The wealth of the wicked is stored up for the righteous. However you perceive, whatever you want to say, this man has done things that many of us only imagine and dream about. And even in your dreams, when you thought yourself to get in a better position, you shake that off. You say, no, I can't dream things like this. It can depress me because I only know me to do this. Sabas believed in those dreams. He had faith. And like the rich man who walked with God after being able to see all these things, the last question that God, what would I do to follow you there, Father? But leave all your riches and your possessions, sell it, and follow me. I don't know to what extent and what extremity he's willing to do this. But it's an amazing thing, man. Congratulations, Sabas. Congratulations to you. And, this service is not an easy thing. I thought about you last night, Sabas. Drifting off, and I said, this man is a multi-millionaire. Sabas got to have $650 easy under his mattress. I thought, $1 million. He can't even sleep good. What's this lump? It's a couple million. I can't even sleep. Somebody do something with this $1 million, right? He got it. That's how I look at it. That's how I see it. He got it. And to still envision yourself after the acquisition of everything that life says you could get. You got it. Everything you could imagine. You got it. Everything that you could acquire. You got it. Everything. The answers. You got it. What the Word of God says. Money answereth. Yeah, so he has the answers. And he's still pursuing this service. And I thought about that last night. And I said to myself, I started to talk to my wife, but she's don't like when I get sentimental sometimes with this. She said, oh, Jesus. And she started to roll out, this Negro again. Oh, my God. She does that, right? And then I shut up quick. I said, you know what? Let me leave you alone. To think about service, I was watching The Diplomat last night. It's a new season out. I watched the first episode last night. The Diplomat on Netflix. Whew, if you like politics. Whoa. I'm telling you, that is an amazing series. The Diplomat on Netflix. I'm telling you, I enjoyed that thing so much. And I watched it, and I watched how people render their service. How people give of themselves not to be recognized, not for power, but for an opportunity to be able to serve. For that burning thing that exists in them, they sacrifice. And they give to themselves, give to their country. They're all. Some of these people don't have no kids. They never travel. They only travel their commitment is to country. Wholeheartedly. Not a political organization, right? To country. And they serve with their heart. They serve with their existence. And I watched this thing last night. And I said, mother's sick. Boy, service is a serious thing, eh? I won't do that. That's where my mind going. With the little I have, from the community that I come from, for the ideas that I had that existed in me from I was a child, I wanted to serve. Honest to God, I promise you, I won't serve. Now, I don't want to get what Fred Mitchell have for these fellas. And what Fred Mitchell have, play that, let people hear that.
Secondly, I want to say to the fellow who says he's running against me, cut ass is coming.
I don't want to get no cut ass. I don't want to get a cut ass. Yeah, because I get cut ass already. I know how cut ass feel. I used to tote it when I was a little young boy. I used to tote it. I'm not unfamiliar with a good cut ass. I used to get it. I put myself in politics in 2012, and Nico Grant, my cousin, cut my ass. You understand? I put myself in politics. Well, they called me. Tell me they want me to run for chairman in the Free National Movement. I said, okay, I will serve, right? I thinking that this was a shoe and I can be the chairman. I get there. The fellows who called me, anyway, let's not get into that story. Long story short, I present myself to be the chairman of the Free National Movement, and I get a cut ass out of this world. Oh my God, 18 to 100 and something. Yeah, that must be 100 and something. I had 18 votes. And since then to now, every F&M member I see, how would you know I vote for you? Stop your damn lying. Everyone you couldn't vote for me. If you vote for me, I would have win. Every one of you all I see since then, how would you know I vote for you, you know? Lies and deceit. But don't worry, I don't feel like I fail because I get cut ass. I commit myself to these people's business and I help them grow their business. I get promoted in their business. I get recognized in their business. I keep growing and establishing in their business. I change procedures in their business. I set their business up and I bring business to them and clients to them. And I do all of these things. Well, listen to me. I pride myself on professionalism. And every one of these organizations, establishments I've worked for, including the one I just come from, I get cut ass. What you gonna do, sit down and cry because of cut ass? No. I scared of it. But I ain't scared of it enough to not serve. I ain't scared of it enough. I'm not afraid of it so much so till I whimper in the corner like a little punk. Oh my God, I'm afraid. No. I want to serve, but I want to be able to do it when I believe that the time is ripe for me. Because this cut ass is being more than one stage. The first tier is getting beat on the battlefield. The second tier is looking back at your bank account and how much money you spend to get this cut ass. You ever see some things people that spend money to get? No, I could win. Take my $400. I could win. Take my $5,000. I need to pay first class and security for this headquarters. I could do it. I need to be able to get these boards. I could do it. How much shirts we need to get? I could do it, baby. I can win. I could win. Cut ass. Service is a big thing. I always wanted to do it in my life. I ain't gonna lie to you. I promise you from here to Jesus, I still won't do it. I can't lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I still won't do it. And I thought about Tabas. Does he has that burning desire? Because if we watch what he's done with philanthropy, if we watch what he's done with taking care of people, if we watch what he's done, whether or not we say he could have done more. You know how much money he has? Oh, he could have done more. You know what he got? I don't know what he got. And how the hell you know what he got? And why you so deep down in the man's pocket? How does your business? The only time I want to hear you is if you win and he ain't pay you. Now we can talk. That dog. Yeah. We can talk like that. But if you win, you're getting paid. That's your money, your position. I thought about it. And I asked myself whether or not his desire to serve superseded everything else that he did in his life. Because I watch him Sabas. I watch him on own talks. I watch him with Idle Luck Cares. I watch him with the Big Bang. I watch him. All these things is philanthropy. And socially, he has no obligation to give back in this particular capacity and magnitude. He doesn't. There is no contractual agreement that requires him to be able to do this like that. Not on that magnitude. And not with that level of frequency. No one else does it. It says to me there's something that's quiet that exists in him that he desires to be able to get out. And now he wishes to do that through formality. I watch in Sabas. I watched Sabas. He was a little bit rough around the edges. Can I say this? Is it okay? He was a little bit rough around the edges in the early days. In terms of his language, my grandmother would say he was broad in his speech and reflective of a particular grouping of people that you would hang out with. That's just the language that we have. As he traveled, as he grew, as he explored, as he moved from place to place and met different people, he never forgot the authenticity of who he is. But his language was, he had choice words. He chose, his inflections were different. His poise, his posture, the way he holds his hand, the way that he presents, the way that he even walks. It wasn't like an air. It was a very clear position that he's taken. And all of this is in preparation for service. How do I know? Because I may not necessarily have his money. But I've identified some things also. I think he's going to do well. Travis is my guy, but I can tell you what Fred Mitchell say. Tell him what Fred Mitchell say.
Secondly, I want to say to the fellow who says he's running against me, cut ass is coming.
I don't get people business. I don't get people business. I see my guy Travis put some stuff out there and says that he is a giant slayer. Yeah. We wait to see that, to see whether or not you have that smooth stone to take him out. So congratulations to Sabas Sabats, in the words of the immortal Rodney Monker in that particular capacity. And last but definitely not least, Darren Pickstock. Congratulations to Darren Pickstock, who's been identified as the party's standard bearer and candidate for the constituency of Golden Isles. I listened to you last night, Darren. You were, like I said, you were good. You were enthusiastic. You were eager to kind of pump everything in there. But this is a rally stage. I think somebody's going to tell you that. This is a rally stage. You just rally them up. You ain't got to inform them up. You rally them up. Cut ass is coming is not a position, a declared position in terms of reform that needs to come to a constituency. Cut ass is coming is not a vision for what to be able to expect in Fox Hill for transformation. It's a rally. You let the people know. We can say something. We can push the envelope. We can remind you about the nostalgia of who we are. We can be able to rattle the cage with some of the concepts and ideas like you like. Brave Davis say, you don't come play in Brave Face. Prime Minister Brave Davis, you don't play in Brave Face. This what we go to rally for. Yeah! We getting rally. You want to hear this? You were good. You were good, but you got some ways to you just practice. I know that jitters just come on sometimes. I promise you I did the exact same thing. If I can get the recording for you of what I did in 2012, the first time I talked to a crowd before me in Grand Bahama. These people I know, I talked to a crowd, And I stand there and everything was rushing through my head. Man, wow, this is crazy. So I know you got the jitters, but you did well. And I want to encourage you to continue to do well and continue to be able to move forward with clarity. He's indicated that the entire team will be on the ground in Golden Isles. And we watched that race with bated breath as you are not up against some spring chicken as it relates to campaigning. Hey. Watch me, Darren. Do not take Brian Brown for light. Anton called me and asked me my affiliation with Brian Brown. I got no affiliation with him. I don't know. That's Goth, them family. That's some other people who might know. I don't have no affiliation with him. None. I just know him. I watch this man. He's a campaign beast. He's better at campaigning than he is at. He's better at campaigning than he is at politicking. He's better at campaigning than he is at politicking. And if he could convince people to vote for him through campaigning, which he's excellent at, then we're going to have to be able to deal with the kind of politicking thing later. He hasn't presented himself. This is Brian now. I keep inviting him on my show to come sit with me over the years. And I come in, man, Howard. I come in. He come with me one time. Must be 15 times I invite him every time I see him. Hey, man, Brian, come on the show. I come in, man, Howard. I come in. Never come. He knows his strengths. His strength is not behind a microphone. I don't know what he expects to produce when he's in the House of Assembly. And maybe that's just what it is. Maybe that's not his idea. You look at Darren. You look at Brian. I could see you have a future in the PLP as it relates to climbing the ladder. I promise you. Darren, I could see that the PLP wants to create room for you to excel and do well. Brian is a groundsman. I don't even know if there is a vision for him to climb up. The FNM knows this is victory for him. At the general elections, the FNM knows that this guy is excellent on the ground, where our chances is good with him. That's what you got to beat. And guess what? If you win, you're going to have to beat him twice. Ain't going to be easy. This man been on the ground for almost 8 years. So work hard and commit yourself and make some things happen and do what you got to do in those areas, my brother. Keep pushing. Keep on. Keeping on. Congratulations to Darren Pickstop. Congratulations to all 14 persons who have been identified, ratified, solidified in their particular capacity for the PLP. We wish you all the absolute best, and we pray that the Father continues to be able to watch over you as you go hit the ground, man. Be decent and carry the Father with you. I know all of y'all has prayed to Jesus that Jesus, I know God tell me I can win. Y'all can't wait till the prophet show up. Hey, oh God, where the prophet? You gotta give me that, but I can get a picture. You gotta wait till the prophet show up and chew. Whoa. Yeah, and you think you can win. What the prophet name? Yvette? I think I can look for Yvette thing right now, so I can play that for you. Yeah. Take God with you. Pray. I saw some weird stuff in this country. People still commit themselves to darkness. Cover yourself, cover your family, cover your walkers as you go out there, because some people don't know nationalism comes first. They look at their political organization and they are willing to do the deepest, darkest things for the idea of victory to be on their side. Let's be decent. All right? Congratulations again, guys. Quick break. Gonna be right back after this.
Spike, listen, Spike, you know hear that? Spike, Spike man, Spike coming from the island, Spike with that warrior stock, Spike in the yard, Spike. You say what, Spike? From the hole, Spike. What in him, Spike? Spike, Spike. Come on, Spike. Come on, Spike.
Well, I came down like bolt. 9 months in my mama's belly. When I was born, midwife scream and shout. I had fire and brimstone coming out of my mouth. I'm exhumed, 'cause I'm the old yeah man. Well, hey na 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 na, hey 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 hey. Exuma was a planet when I live in the stars. Exuma was a planet locked up with Mars. I heard the voice of man in my throat, a teeth of a frog and a tail of a goat. I'm Exuma, 'cause I'm the old yeah man. Well, hey na 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 na, 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 hey na 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 na, hey na 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 na. Hey, na 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 na, hey 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 hey. When I get mad, I get out of my head. Well, you know that I can raise the dead. If you got a woman and she don't love you, you come see me, for come out of me. Hey, take them out of me. You wanna make some tea, and she will love you endlessly. You just keep running like a train on a track. Hey, you wanna get some flour? Hey, mix up some pop, and that gon' keep you straight in your back. Now make Exuma, 'cause I'm the old yeah. Hey, oh yeah. Hey, they come in my boat, they come in my plane, they coming in wheelchair, I'm walking with cane. They come in my boat, they come in my plane, they coming in wheelchair, I'm walking with cane. Family Island, we coming, get in line, get in line. Ah. Teresa, Bohemian Mona Lisa, they say she lives brazen, but that ain't nothing. She's short and sexy, got all them fellas crazy. Even if you're ugly, 'cause I am lazy. Oh, Teresa looking good. Hey, she's got them boys behaving rude. Hey, just to see she whine. Hey, her body looks so fine. Woo! When the bands are playing, she hold on to them table just to get comfortable. Start whining, boogie moving, everything working, that body vibrating. She's strong like man, drinking beer from can. Oh, Teresa looking good. Hey, she's got them boys behaving rude. Hey, just to see she whine. Hey, her body looks so fine. Teresa sweet, short and sexy. She's got all them fellas going crazy. She's got power in that boogie. When Teresa start to whine, all them fellas form a line. Oh, Teresa looking good. Hey, she's got them boys behaving rude. Hey, just to see she whine. Hey, her body looks so fine. there, she fine out there. She's a live wire, harder than them bush fire. She's that kind of gal everyone admire. Oh, Teresa looking good. Hey, she's got them boys behaving rude. Hey, just to see she whine. Hey, her body looks so fine. Teresa's only 5'3", but boy, that body stocked with energy. Ain't nothing artificial about she's from the big country. You know them gas bungie juicy. Oh, Teresa looking good. Hey, she's got them boys behaving rude.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. This is last few minutes of the show today. I hope you guys have a good weekend. Like I said, man, I want you to be able to do something really special. My mother's supposed to be hanging out with us this weekend, so I'm looking forward to that and being able to chill out with her. So it says, Prime Minister tells unions stay away from politics. There is a lot of innuendo. There's sort of subtle undertaking, an underbelly that exists that says that Belinda has a political desire. Now, you would not have seen me ask her that because I've asked her that many times before. Many times before. And she has kind of swatted it away. She told me at one point she was interested. And she's kind of rejected it over the course of time. So this enthusiasm, this kind of a passion that she pours into what she's doing is not for the purposes of being able to, I don't know, no political organization needs to see your worth and value if you're Belinda Wilson. All they need to do is present you an opportunity and craft a particular concept to say that this is where we see you going forward, especially if you're the Free National Movement. I couldn't see Belinda leaving the union to join the Free National Movement. I couldn't see it at 62. I couldn't see Belinda joining the union because she ran before, I think, I stand to be corrected. I think she ran in 2002. Did she run in 2002? Somebody text me and tell me the truth. Did she run in 2002? I think she get what Fred Mitchell distributed. Cut ass. Nobody. She won handsomely. Was it 2002? I can call her AXA. Nobody would leave a sure thing like this union thing, which is great. I mean, this is right up her alley. It presents her personality. It embodies everything about who she is. She don't have to fake the funk on the nasty dunk. You remember that? Don't fake the funk on the nasty dunk. She don't have to do none of that. All she has to do is present herself. Those people love her and they support her wholeheartedly. That means that they are FNMs and PLPs in the body of the union. There are PLPs that stand behind Belinda against their government right now. Right now. And to leave that to join politics, it doesn't make no sense to me. As his party celebrates the rollout of its 14 candidates in the next general election, the Prime Minister, Philip Brave Davis, last night urged unions to be careful not to allow themselves to be used as a political pawns, and claimed that the opposition leader, Michael Pintard, would downsize the civil service if given an opportunity to lead the country. He started to talk also about the fact that the Free National Movement came in and fired 2,000 people. The Free National Movement under the last administration has shown that their concern was austerity measures. The Free National Movement under the former administration, more specifically with Peter Turnquest at the helm of finance in our country, being able to navigate how that was, you could see that the Free National Movement's concern was austerity measures. They was cutting and slicing and trying to right size some things, and this is too big and so forth and so on. I believe that is not a bad idea. Some of y'all need to be fired. Not in a bad way. Not for the purposes of the lady coming on the TV crying yesterday. I got to pay my I got to go to the doctor right now. We're not talking about your personal business. We're talking about your production at work. Your worth and value, your ACR, whether or not you show up, whether or not you perform, whether or not you produce, whether or not you do what is required of you to be able to ensure that there is buoyancy in this department that you exist in. Some people are dead weight. Some people are proverbial shackles in these departments, and all we doing is paying you to do nothing. You are lousy. Well, how I can take care of my family? You should have thought about that when you put the uniform on to come to work. Well, how I can pay for my child? My child have a... Hey, listen, you should have known that before you put on the uniform. You should come here and produce. Everybody in your department didn't get fired. You got fired because you lousy. The Free National Movement has shown that their concern was austerity measures. Under the last administration, I can't tell you that this is Michael Pintar can do. But I can tell you one thing, the PLP ain't going to do that. They can make sure Bahamian people work. That's just the nature of the organization. They can make sure that the Bahamian people get to work. They make sure that Bahamian people do some stuff what they're supposed to do in that particular capacity, right? Deputy Prime Minister says that the government secured funding for the Grand Bahama Airport. Deputy Prime Minister came out and said that Concord Group didn't have the funding. No more. No, not Concord. Manchester. I got information to say that the information was not 100% accurate. We have the funding. Now you can be able to see some information to say that the funding is secured and they're going to be doing these things. We could expect that the airport will be up in no time flat, and we're beginning to see some things happen. Deputy Prime Minister says that government will not be bullied amid Exuma investor dispute. Yeah. It's an amazing thing, guys. I know there's a great deal of things that you want to be able to talk about and talk about what's happening. Sometimes I feel like a little icky when I'm seeing some stuff in the papers because you're showing your slip. You're showing where your support exists. You're showing your desires. You're showing your affiliation. You're showing your position. And I don't know whether or not you're taking this position because you didn't get certain inserts and the government subventions and all these things like that as an organization when a former administration was in. I don't know none of these things. All I know is this is ugh. Pick up the realigner. Great stories in here, great information in here. No affiliation tied to any political organization. It's not a PLP paper. It's not a FNM paper. It's not a COI paper. It's not a DNA paper. It's an independent minded paper that has to do with nationalism for growth and development. I want you to pick up the paper. If you need the paper, give me a call, 827-0111. See it right there. 827-0111. 827-0111. You can be able to give me a call. And we can find out ways that we can be able to do this. We got great packages for you. We got bundle packages. You can be able to be a part of this. You're supporting local business. You're supporting a local Negro. You're supporting a local man in these particular steads and position. And you're supporting other locals that are, because I'm not doing all this. Somebody got to do the graphics. Somebody got to write the stories. Somebody got to do the research. Somebody got to bring the papers in. Somebody got to print the papers. I cannot do this by myself. So help me support this person so continue to be able to support us and the forward movement of the country. That's it for the day, guys. I want to thank you so very kindly. On Monday, I think we're going to have a pre-recorded show with you. And I probably see you live again on Tuesday. So we're going to do a pre-recorded show on Monday. Guys, have a great day. Good to see you on Monday. God's Spirit Life.
I have a dream where the powerful and the powerless will sit at the same table, where the haves will see the have-nots, not as burdens, but as brothers, where class will not divide us, but conviction will unite us. I have a dream that the oligarchs will remember we must all eat, that the brown-faced neo-colonialists will remember who they are and whose they are. I have a dream that fraternities will build beyond internal architecture into a national bond, that the walls of design will give way to the bridges of brotherhood, not a fraternity of symbol, but a brotherhood of substance. I have a dream that we remain focused, that we stay in our conviction and remain fearless